Okay, now to that equilibrium, catalyst is added. Okay, we are talking about 8C, adding catalyst. This is the easiest you can get now, because catalysts do not change equilibrium position. That is very clear. Catalysts do not change the equilibrium position. So even if you add 1 gram of catalyst or you add 100 gram of catalyst, regardless of the amount of catalyst, equilibrium position is not disturbed. But what happens is the rate of reaction will increase. Kadar tindak balas bertambah, tapi tiada gangguan pada keseimbangan. Okay, this one so you can get from the notes lah. Nothing much to explain here. So I go to 8D straight away, because there is no changes in equilibrium position. Now we go to 8D. C2H6 removed from the system. So kita tengok C2H6 in equilibrium with C2H4 plus H2. Can you see what is the disturbance? Can anyone name me what you think is the disturbance? Maybe correct, maybe wrong. Never mind, we try. Anyone want to try? What do you think is the disturbance? Yes. Yes. Hydrogen gas is the disturbance? No, D. We are talking about D. D. 8D. Donkey tu. Oh, you understand what they mean in 8D? Faham ke apa dia cakap tu? Kalau dalam BM apa kita kata? Apa gangguan tu dalam BM kalau you nak sebut? Yes? Anyone want to try? C2H6 apa kita buat? Ya? Yeah? Kita buang C2H6. Ya betul. So that is the disturbance, right? So kalau you buang, apa you kena buat? Kalau nak kembali ke keseimbangan, tambah. You fikir secara logik, arah mana you gerak bertambah? Kanan akan berkurang. Bergerak ke kanan berkurang kan? Kanan you lah. Cuba bergerak. You put a pencil, you go that way. What happened to your C2H6? Semakin berkurang atau semakin bertambah? Logik kan? Logik Tapi kalau you bergerak kiri daripada sebelah sana ke sebelah sini, gerak kiri, you punya point berhenti kat mana? C2H6 kan? So C2H6 semakin bertambah. Apa kita kena buat? Nak kurangkan, nak tambahkan dia? So equilibrium bergerak ke sebelah kiri. Dia sama macam concentration. Exactly same as concentration. Right? So your C2H6 is removed, and the counter is you have to have C2H6. Mesti ada C2H6. Meningkatkan atau menambahkan C2H6. Sebab kita dah buang daripada sistem. So equilibrium position will shift backward. When shift backward, what happened to H2? What happened to H2? Decreases. What happened to C2H6? Your brain must think, do not memorize the answer. If you memorize, you are gone, right? D, okay? Clear? So D, you can make a note there. Explanation, sama macam concentration. Same like concentration. Okay? Now we go to E. E is a bit different. 8E, a different kind of question. Tapi dia sama macam temperature. Ada step. You follow the step, you get the answer. Okay? Right, we have C2H6 gas in equilibrium with a C2H4 gas and H2 gas. Can you name what is the disturbance in E? Volume apa? Volume is increase. Is the disturbance. What we must do to the disturbance? Kita kena buang disturbance tu. Very good. Kalau nak buang disturbance, apa kita kena buat pada volume? Mengurangkan volume, betul? You know what is counter attack, right? One is increasing, one should decrease. That is counter. Okay, so you counter balik, dia kurang lah. Okay, this is our task, right? We have to decrease the volume. That is our task. Okay. In order to solve the task, we have to go to Boyle's law first. Okay, because we assume this experiment done at a constant temperature. So we have to use Boyle's law. Boyle's law states that volume inversely proportional to pressure. Okay. And in combined gas law, we also have seen, or ideal gas law also can, pressure is directly proportional to number of moles. Okay, we have two expressions. Number 1 and number 2. Number 1 is volume inversely proportional to pressure. Number 2, pressure is directly proportional to number of moles. So what is our task now? What is our task? Decrease the volume. So you go to the expression. Formula yang kita tulis ni, kita pergi ke sana. Volume kena decrease. Maksudnya pressure kena increase. Baru volume akan decrease. Macam mana nak increasekan pressure? Number of moles kena banyak ke sikit? Directly proportional. You know directly proportional kan? Kalau pressure tinggi, number of mole mesti banyak ke sikit? Banyak. So you kena pergi ke arah yang ada mole yang banyak. Sebelah kiri anda ada 1 mol. Sebelah kanan ada berapa mol? 2 mol. Anda rasa sebelah kanan ke sebelah kiri banyak mol? Kanan sebab dia 2 mol. Tapi you kena ingat this system is homogeneous. You know homogeneous? Homogeneous In your calculation for the Le-Chatelier principle, solid and liquid tadi masukkan sekali. Jangan masukkan sama macam KCKP. Jangan kira. You are very fortunate because the system now is homogeneous. Kalau you jumpa heterogeneous, macam itu kumba. Tengok soalan kumba nombor 4. Itu hetero jalan penyelesaian sudah lain. Because that is heterogeneous, not homogeneous. Okay. So now we are talking about homogeneous. Why I say this one? Just now we count left hand side 1 mole, right hand side 2 mole. Why I can count 1 and 2? Because you take note, all the species are in gaseous phase, correct? Gaseous phases counted in or not? Can we count gaseous phase in? Yes. The one we cannot count is solid and liquid. Aqueous can aqueous. Aqueous can only for KC KP tak boleh. Please take note. All this you have to take note, right? So your left hand side 1 mole, right hand side 2 mole. Which side you think the mole is bigger? Your right hand side. So we say just now we have to decrease the volume. We want to decrease the volume, we must increase the pressure. We want to increase the pressure, the mole must be bigger. So which side you move, left or right? Left or right? Which side you go? Kanan ke kiri? You punya jawapan lah. You pandang ni. Ke kanan Sebab berapa mole kanan? So equilibrium shift forward. Okay, equilibrium shift forward. And one important thing you take note here, when we discuss 8A, 8A, and we discuss 8D, donkey, when we discuss 8C, China, now we are discussing 8D, Denmark. All these, your KC, KP remain same, constant. Takkan berubah. The KP, KC will only change when you change the temperature. Letak besar-besar kat mana-mana, catat. KC, KP cannot be altered by other factors except temperature. Only temperature can alter the KC, KP. Okay? You will learn this expression in your semester 2. I think, I don't know about PDT student, maybe pernah tengok. Arrhenius equation, pernah dengar tak? Pernah? Arrhenius. Ini equation pernah tengok dalam rate of reaction. You all got learn the rate of reaction? Oh, no, you all don't learn. Kadar tindak balas ada belajar tak? Ada kan? Kadar tindak balas dalam tu ada. Oh, you tak belajar Arrhenius lah dalam kadar tindak balas. You don't remember Arrhenius. There the expression K equals to A exponent EA over RT. Pernah tengok formula ni? Tak pernah. Then okay, so this is you will learn in semester 2 lah. It's called Arrhenius equation. Arrhenius expression, there's a lot of name. If you base on the Arrhenius equation expression, you punya K tu, you ada banyak K you akan belajar lepas ni lah. K, KC, KP, KA, KB, KW, KH, KSP. Ada sampai 7 All this K is can only disturb by the T, temperature. Okay. So that's why if you see other answers, we don't talk about K, or we don't talk about what happened to the KC or KP. No, because other factors do not disturb. Okay, take note. So you get this one. Volume is increased. So this is a process. Step number 1. You have to write volume increase is the disturbance, and then you kena fikir buang disturbance, so volume kena berkurang. Lepas tu ada dua expression, satu boils, satu ideal gas. So kalau volume berkurang maksudnya pressure kena bertambah. Kalau pressure kena bertambah maksudnya bilangan mole lagi besar. So pergi ke equation, tengok dulu adakah ini homogeneous atau heterogeneous, baru kira bilangan mole. Lepas kira bilangan mole, tengok kiri ke kanan siapa banyak mole. So kalau kanan banyak mole, dia bergerak ke kanan. Kalau kiri banyak mole, dia bergerak ke kiri. Okay, clear? Alright.